gotta say, I love Cybertrucks. What are you doing? It's my morning ritual. Pretty much ever since it was revealed, it's the only thing I've wanted is a Cybertruck. It's the best vehicle that has ever been invented. Did you know they faked this? Look, if you zoom in, you can see the steel beams melting on the Cybertruck. Sometimes I like to stand out here on the road and see if I can find one going by. That's a Rivian, that's poo-poo. That's not what we're looking for.
Zach likes to take us on field trips to go cyber spotting, but really we're just looking at Cybertrucks on the side of the road.
I have an app. It's called Cybertruck Tracker. Wow, we're actually gonna see one out here. Oh, that's a Model Y.
At this point, my therapist knows about his Cybertruck addiction. My therapist. Somebody really needs to buy this man a Cybertruck.
All right, today we are surprising Zach with a Cybertruck. He's a huge Elon fan and a fan of the Cybertruck. It's kind of his thing. So let's go grab Zach. Hey Zach, I got a surprise for you. Come with us, come on, let's go.
Cybertruck?
Might be a Cybertruck. Come here guys, come on, let's go.
Oh my God, thank you so much, dude. I've wanted a Cybertruck for so long.
I know, you talk about it all the time. It's right out here. Here we go.
Yes.
That's not yours, that's mine actually. I got that for me, but I got this for you. This is your Cybertruck. Yeah, I know, it's fine, that's great, but this is really cool. This is what I got for you. Come check it out, hop in, take it for a ride. It's all yours.
This is a Cybertruck. You got me excited. You said, hey Zach, there's a Cybertruck outside. I walk outside and you have an RC car looking thing. What is?
Oh, you dead.
Man, I really thought he was gonna like it. Like it looks just like a Cybertruck.
Guys, it's a big day today. Our friends at Cherry Tree have sent us a very special package, and based on the vehicle that's pulling into our warehouse here, I'm fairly certain there's a Cybertruck PC case, but there's only one way to find out. We're gonna build in it, unbox it, and check it out. It's come to my attention that I need tools to unbox this, so we're gonna go ahead and take this into the studio and see the Cybertruck PC case. Let's go. Hey, we have a Cybertruck PC case inside of this box here. And I have Ryan here as well. Ryan likes Cybertrucks, right?
Yep.
Let's get this thing unboxed and check out the Cybertruck PC case from Cherry Tree. Oh, I hope it's cool. Let's get these peanuts out of the way, and there's a box inside the big box.
5 minutes later.
All right, peanuts, Jort. We've removed the Cybertruck from the big box, and Justin is secure in his nice warm bed. Let's view this Cybertruck. Let's get it out for real. Okay. Wow. I mean, this really is. It's kind of like true to form.
The lines are all the same.
And we were just admiring the actual Cybertruck outside and noticing the big light bar on the front, which you obviously have here as well.
What they did is they put some Be Quiet fans in the wheels, and then the air is actually ducted into the case on all four. My understanding is these are intakes for cool air down low, just to get in there and cool it all down.
I had no idea that the tires were gonna have that fan feature in there. That's really smart. That's awesome. That was the biggest question with this that I had is I'm like, okay, like obviously with the frame of a Cybertruck, it's very cool, it's very unique. How's airflow? Utilizing the freaking tires for that is not something I would have even thought of.
Plus, the windows in the Cybertruck are halfway down, stylized. You're gonna get airflow there as well. The rear hinges, yes.
Oh, look at that, that's dope. Oh, you can see where you're gonna mount, so.
Yeah, this is the motherboard tray. Graphics cards are gonna go here. Keyboard mount, yeah, that'll have to come out the back. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, that's awesome. Like right here through the, fed through the trunk.
Yeah.
We were commenting on the Cybertruck itself about how base the interior is. The cool thing about this is like, I mean, it's kind of the same, right? It gives you a lot of options for things you can do because it's so wide open.
The power cord plugs in right here, is right underneath on the rear here. On the other side is your power butt is right here.
Dude, that's so cool. So you turn on your Cybertruck PC by pressing the power button right here. You never know what to expect with custom cases.
I think that's important to note. This is the prototype version.
And like first impressions are, this is really, really cool. They did a great job on this.
So up front, this is gonna be where your power supply sits. There's a little divider there that also provides some airflow as well. And for ease of access, this piece just lifts right off. Just the body panel lifts right off. And the look of this brushed stainless steel, I mean, it's just like the Cybertruck. It's incredible.
And I want to be totally transparent. I don't like the Cybertruck, but I love this. Like, this is really cool.
I like this Cybertruck.
I like this Cybertruck. I would get this before I'd get a Cybertruck just because it's so cool. It's so unique. I love this. Well, what do you want to do? I think the next thing would be to build in it.
We got to build it.
Let's build in it. I've got Martin here from Cherry Tree Design.
Hello.
Want to ask you a couple questions. What was your initial reaction? Did you see the vision for that, or did it take a little bit of convincing?
No, it didn't take any convincing. It immediately came to my mind that if we do this, then we build a full-blown Cybertruck.
The case itself is super large.
Yes.
Did you find that design kind of naturally evolved based on the components and features?
We design the whole thing in CAD, in SolidWorks, with not a particular size in mind. What we do then is we take models of an ATX mainboard, a 4090, the biggest one, the Crazy Aces one, place them in the model, and then scale the model up until it fits. We saw basically the dimensions crawling up and crawling up. 3 feet something long.
And that's kind of that's the theme of the Cybertruck in and of itself. It's such a massive like disturbance. Can you walk me through the challenges of shaping the case?
This was the first iteration. The bends that are on there are actually not very difficult. The only thing that we decided to deviate a little bit from the original is the front, because the original Cybertruck, the front is pressed. The bottom line of it is straight, and the top line of it has a bend. We decided, with the size of that, you're not gonna really realize if that feature is in.
We got a physical Cybertruck, an actual Cybertruck, and pulled it into our warehouse and put your case next to it. And it's really hard to notice any variations in the design itself. The wheel fans with air ducts, that's a unique and it's a functional touch too. Tell me how that idea came about. Was it about aesthetics, practicality, or both?
It started off that I bought wheels from a model truck. When I saw the wheel, I looked at the rim, and I had on my desk for a different project a 92mm Be Quiet fan. The wheel and the fan were literally lying next to each other by accident, and I looked at it and I'm like, that fits in there. Took a little bit machining and grinding, but they fit perfectly in there. And the ducts are actually plumbing fittings.
We wondered about that. Yeah, it looks like it.
We wanted to make this thing as functional as possible, but also have the most crazy airflow that you can imagine.
From concept to the current prototype, how long did that entire process take, and did it evolve significantly from the original vision over time?
We take on a project and then we let it simmer a little. Then when we started actually working on it, we do a lot of things with these prototypes as we go. We're dealing with two things that don't belong together, basically. We have a car model and we have a gaming PC. There's a lot of trial and error involved. With this one, I would say roughly 4 to 5 months.
It's a good chunk of time to kind of get the prototype right. I don't think people realize how long that takes to iterate and come up with that. What was the most challenging aspect of bringing the Cybertruck PC case to life?
Believe it or not, it wasn't actually that challenging.
That's great.
The only thing that was it wasn't challenging, but it took a lot of tinkering, is where we put the power supply. With this one, I got the idea from an old Fantex ITX case. It uses this really weird little extension cable, and when I was looking at that, I thought, you know what, we can put the power supply wherever we want, and we use the little fans, the little knock-door fans in the bumper.
Yeah.
To get the air from the power supply out.
That's kind of fitting too, because I think in the actual Cybertruck, the batteries for the Cybertruck sit towards the front of the actual vehicle as well. So it's kind of funny the power supply ends up existing up there. How difficult was it to accommodate that 4090? So I know you mentioned you did it in the CAD. Did you have to get creative with the layout or cooling of that? Because I know there's fans right above it, right?
The one that you have, it only has 5 fans on the top, because the 4090 and the 4070 that we used to have in there is so high that one of the fans doesn't fit. But it creates basically a nice opening for airflow, so that's fine. The Cybertruck in itself is not that crazy to build for a PC case as you might think, because it has a lot of room in there.
Are there any tweaks or improvements that you would like to make before considering it final, or what would you change or refine?
So one of the things that need a little bit tweaking is the rear bumper, the front bumper. These are very rough files. We need to tweak this a little bit to make them a little bit cleaner. I would tweak the cutting process of the plumbing fittings that supply the air ducts a little bit better. Overall, the prototype is a little bit roughly put together. Could use a little bit more stability on the top because it's so long. The side walls, when the big lid is open, start to flex a little bit. These are things we actually gotta consider.
You've built a lot of custom cases. Would you say this is like the easiest case just strictly because of the room, or what really sets it apart from some of the other cases that you've done in terms of complexity?
It's definitely not one of the easier ones. It was a challenging project because of the design process, the manufacturing process especially. It's the first real car that we did, not the last one. We're actually working on something way crazier right now.
Nice.
And it's actually going to be bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah, it's going to be over 4 foot long.
I can't wait to see what you come up with. Martin from Cherry Tree Design, thank you. I'm a big fan of your work. I love people that are still doing custom things in the PC industry. It is always exciting, and we need people like you creating the products that you're creating. So thank you for taking the time, and thanks for letting us check it out.
Thank you.
All right, as Martin mentioned, we had to load this thing with top end specs. We went with the 4090, 7950 X3D for the processor, and that thing got up to, I don't know if that's a 0 or a 6, but either way, it's great. 70 or 76 degrees on the processor, which is right in line. That means everything is working really well in terms of airflow. Now, the one thing that we wanted to bring up, and Martin mentioned this as well, is we do have one of these fans that is touching the 4090. I'm sure Cherry Tree has some recommendations for what fans you should be using in this case, maybe some good low profile stuff. So the prototype, we love it. It's great. You know, I can't wait to get my hands on the final version of this because Christmas is coming up, would look nice under the tree. But before we close out this video, there's one very important, massive thing that we have to do with this PC. Oh, hey, I'm just here in my racing sim in the back of a Cybertruck. And if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment because we wasted a lot of money on this. See you next time.